a ja bi se sad posvetila našoj sljedećoj gošći. Ona će nam prezentirati u 15 minuta svoj case study. Ona se zove Kinga Zarzycka, International Business Development Director, ZKTeco Europe, Automatic Access Control System for Casinos and Gambling Facilities. Znači sve što ste htjeli znati o gambling uslugama. Dobar dan, hello. You have 15 minutes, are you ready? You hope so, yeah. Good luck.
Hi.
And enjoy it.
Good afternoon. It's a pleasure to be here and to be able to present our case study about the automated access control for gambling and casinos establishments. For those who are not familiar with our company, let me shortly explain what we are doing. We are biometric providers dedicated to manufacture of access control and time management solutions. So in this presentation, I will shortly go through the case study the project that we did with our partner. So I'll go through the context, the requirements, configuration of the system that we offered to the end user, how it goes, and what are the advantages. Okay, our partner in this project is Prosegur, which is a Spanish company. Right now, I would say multinational company because for more than 40 years, they expanded their businesses all over the world. They are present in 25 countries on 5 continents, and they are dedicated to security. And they are offering their services to the end user, which is Grupo Vid. They are one of the leading companies from the leisure and gaming sector. And some years ago, they included a new brand to their offer, which is Pause and Play, dedicated totally to gambling. And they were looking for the access control solution that would be complying with the law in Spain. So let me shortly go through the legislation that we have in Spain. It's not a new legislation, okay, but the Spanish government was very dedicated to restrict the access to people who are below 18 years old and who are blacklisted as people prohibited from accessing such establishments. And the law says that there are 2 ways of doing so. You can, or on your own, register yourself on the blacklist, or it's through the court order. There is no other way. No establishment, no casino can decide that you are not able to access, or your family member can request to enlist you there. So during the time, the government gave the competencies to local governments. Spain is a country that has more similar to Germany. It has 17 autonomic governments who are dealing with daily regulations, and they are the one who also, over the years, put some additional requirements. Like, for example, in one region, it is very important for them to be able to delete the database of the customers who are not going to the casinos for over 1 year. So the companies are obligated to do so. In other parts of Spain, it is mandatory to have a defined number of people who have the access to the list of people prohibited from accessing the casinos, or the way that you are checking who is blacklisted or no, whether it's ID or full name of the person. So actually, this is what makes the job of casinos and gambling venues difficult, because they need to hire additional staff to do that, to check, register whether you are over 18 or you are blacklisted. And on the top of that, each region has its own way of doing that. For example, in Andalusia, you need to go every single day and download the database of the blacklisted people and check it, have it updated every single day. In other region, it's online application which communicates through the API to the database of the regional government. Spanish government is very serious about the legislation, and that's why it is very often that you can see that police will come and do inspections. So the facilities are actually keen on meeting the requirements of the legislation, because otherwise, if police will find someone below 18 or blacklisted, the establishment is going to receive a very high fine and is going to be closed for 2 weeks. So it's actually quite a damage for the company in terms of revenue. So the end user and through our partner Prosegur, we were asked to develop the system that would be automized, that there won't be needed any human resource to actually verify whether you are your age or whether you are on the list of prohibited people or not. It was quite a challenge because of the legislation that I mentioned to you. It's like doing the solution for 17 countries. So ZKTeco has a quite wide range of products. What we come up with the solution that is a mix of physical access control, our Speedgate FBL 5000, with integrated facial device, Proface X, which I will later on tell you what is the function of the Proface X, and ID and passport scanner, for obvious reason, to get the information from your ID. Of course, we had to customize our ZK biosecurity software, and we created a totally new module for casinos. So what is the workflow of the solution? First of all, when someone approaches, comes to the venue for the first time, the job of Proface X to detect the face. And automatically, it asks you to put your ID on the scanner. The scanner takes off, withdraws the data that is on the chip. It's photo, personal data. Whether for example, in Serbia, you are using another type of ID or passport, it's not biometric. That's not a problem because the scanner has OCR system inside, so it can be actually scanning the document and take the necessary data from it. It sends the data to our software. The software verifies your age. The software verifies, as it's connected to the database of the government, it verifies whether you are blacklisted or not, and come back with the information to Proface X, which job is to see whether the face on the ID is the same of the person that is trying to actually access the venue. Afterwards, the second step that we were asked for by the end user is to provide actually the possibility to the guest to register as VIP guest, to later on afterwards to have a quicker access to the venues, to skip some process. So it is a real configuration of the system. You can see how it works in live. So afterwards, you are ready to gamble, yeah, and have fun. One thing about the solution, the Proface X that we selected is there's one of the reasons that we selected Proface is IP68 and IK04. So if someone gets met, it's not going to be destroyed. Advantages of the solution. First of all, and obvious one, cost-saving solution, because you don't need to add, you don't need to hire additional staff to register, to verify the data of the guests. Matching of the ID photo with the real face, so it avoids fraud and actually stolen identity. Because of the face recognition and the sensor that we are using in the device, you will make sure that it's not your son or daughter that is using your ID to access the venue and play. It's easy and fast access for VIP guests. In the face recognition is very quickly. It's below 0.3 seconds. So in 1 minute, with the whole process of checking and scanning the documentation, you can actually give the access for more than 20 people. It adapts to local law, as I mentioned. The solution you can. Every region, every country has its zone, so automatically the software adapts to the regional law of the country or autonomic region. It consults automatically the database. There is no need accessing every day the page of the regional government to download the data. It also gives you a possibility of using the solution as a marketing tool, because you can customize the background picture, or you can use the database that is stored in the device for any kind of activity that end user can use it. And last but not least important thing about the solution is that casino module is only one part of the ZK biosecurity software, which we treat as all-in-one solution. You can, with casino module, with the module that is dedicated to your guests, to your visitors, you can also have access control for for your staff. You can also manage parking. You can have guide patrol if you wish. You can have VMS in one solution. So this is what we can offer to you. It was quick. Thank you very much. Yes, please.
First of all, I like your presentation. And second, I have a question. What about Pasadate? How you protect that our data it's not stolen from various storage?
Sorry, once more, because I haven't heard you.
So my question is, where you storage all this data from the customer?
Okay,
how you protect them, they are not stolen?
Okay, the GDPR. Okay, so first of all, whenever the guest is not giving you the approval of GDPR clauses and is not, he chooses the option not to be a VIP guest, there is no data stored. It's actually the Proface X temporarily creates the template of face, do the matching, and the data is gone. Okay, it is only stored in the device whenever you decide as a guest to be registered as VIP guest. And in one device, we can store up to 60,000 templates of the face. I hope that I replied to your question.
Well done. Thank you, Kinga. Very interesting. I've been working in casinos. This is very useful. So thank you for being with us in a case study. Enjoy the rest of the day and sell it to everybody. Come on.